Hello and welcome to Have a Natter E3 special. I'm Tom.
I'm James.
And I'm Matt.
And today we are looking at Microsoft's press conference. Woo!
Games for once.
Do we call it an Xbone?
No, it's Xbox. It's just Xbox. Microsoft.
Fair enough. Okay.
It's first one, wasn't it? First conference we saw.
Yes.
First up on the morning. That morning, our evening.
First in chronological order was Microsoft.
Yeah.
So, big things to come out of that. Halo.
Yeah.
5 Halo games.
Yeah, technically.
Yes.
What do we think?
I thought overall, the conference was actually fairly good. You know, they came out and basically apologised for all the shit they caused last year and showed us a lot of games, which is what they needed to do right now. Yeah, but as far as Halo goes, I think the Anniversary Edition, if you're a Halo fan, it looks pretty sick.
Well, I mean, it's the first time you can properly play all
Games.
four.
No, all.
Oh, yeah,
Call it
all of them.
On
So
one
obviously,
console.
5 is next year, I do believe. 4
Yeah.
next year, I think.
But this like
So
Anniversary.
every single Halo game you will be able to play, except for ODST.
Oh yeah, no
Didn't
ODST.
see that wasn't in it. Or
Maybe.
Reach.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure Reach wasn't because it was just one. It was just the Master Chief collection.
Three.
Master Chief.
It's just
yeah,
3 and
Reach.
4, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Up to 4. Yeah, I thought it was. Pretty good because they had the whole thing where you can pick different levels from the different games and just play like a best of your favourite bits of each of the game.
Create your own story.
All the multiplayer's working for like Halo 2 and stuff like that, which they obviously took offline, and now you can play the HD one instead. So if you're a Halo fan, it seems brilliant.
You've given them maps off the first game as well to play online.
I
Yeah.
imagine Microsoft were a bit like Bob Geldof when it came to the Halo conference, just like, give us your fucking money, save them
Yeah.
kids. I reckon it was like
I don't
that.
think they save kids.
They might do.
They
All
might.
those Kinect cameras they've got rid of.
Yeah,
Kids can take selfies now.
yeah, it's hard life, isn't it? Yeah, I liked the Halo. The problem I had with it was that it took up a large portion of time. They spent a lot of time playing Halo 2 multiplayer in 2014, and I felt like that time could have been used to showcase some of the other games they didn't really show a lot of necessarily.
I'd say more than anything though, Halo's a console seller.
Definitely.
You're looking at that is the first ever game, really. Xbox, Microsoft's first game created by Microsoft, whatever with the Microsoft studio was Halo. So now they're giving you 5 games, 1 console. I understand why they took up time with that. It goes
Yeah.
buy this. You
It
got
is
this
like-
for a year. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 for a year. A multiplayer, then you get 5.
It
I'd
is
say-
Microsoft's flagship as well, isn't
I'd say
it?
show us more of like the level by level thing where you can just put all your favourite levels in. That would be more interesting than 10 minutes of Halo 2 multiplayer. Because that game is
I think
old.
showing off the Halo 2 multiplayer was just to show it working.
Just the HD map design and things like that as
and
well.
Just
Yeah.
basically, it's the Halo you know and love with shiny. Like that was basically what they were saying.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is multiplayer genre now is stolen by other FPS. So if they're going, look, take your COD and your Battlefield away and go back to the game you started playing, play that more.
And if you've been burned on Xbox by the resolutions, don't worry.
The resolutions.
Yeah,
they're not the bloody UN.
No, like the game resolutions, because don't worry about it, because your Halo 2 will run at 1080p 60 frames.
Yeah,
So
for a
that's good to know.
10-year-old game.
Yeah.
Some other ones. Let's look at. Obviously, we've got Tomb Raider, Sunset Overdrive,
Tomb
Evolve. So 3
Yeah.
instances of new games we've actually seen.
Yeah, I think Evolve's really good.
Yeah.
It looks
Does
really
that tickle
interesting.
your fancy?
I think it's something that we play, and I think that's what
Yeah.
And that's
I
kind
wanna
of
see.
all platforms as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
DLC first on Xbox though.
Sunset Overdrive is the only one that is
That's an
Xbox One.
exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is an exclusive. But it does look just like a Jet Set Radio sequel.
It reminds me a bit of Dead Rising, with the kind
Yeah.
of the zaniness of it.
With like the combo multiplier as well.
Yeah.
That was a bit
But
strange.
it seemed like the aim of the game was not to touch the floor, really.
Yeah.
The way it was just bounce on this, bounce on that, grind on this, wall run on that. Just stay off the floor and you're going to have more fun.
The way I look at it is like, am I going to spend like 10 plus hours at least in this game?
30 quid. Say it's an arcade game.
'Cause it isn't
Xbox-
though, is it? This is a full release.
It's a full title, so you're looking at anywhere
This
from
is a 50 quid
40 to
game,
55 quid.
I mean,
yeah.
when you looked at it when you compared it to that Evolve did look more like there was more there.
Yeah.
Like from what we've heard of Evolve so far, there's not a lot of game there. It's just build up skills,
Level up.
fight the monster.
Die, start
Yeah.
again.
But there is a lot of, I mean, each class, they've got 4 classes in Evolve, and each class has 2 different characters you can be that have different skills and abilities within that class. So there's always room to add more. So obviously that seems like DLC. You know, they're going to add more of those
So
things.
if the thing is 4 classes, 8 characters though. To start off with in a game now where you're used to 1 character, 1 class.
Yeah.
So for 55 quid when you can play as 8 characters, technically 9 because you can be the monster as well.
The thing is getting the balancing right.
Yeah.
And they've shown off a new monster as well this time around. So yeah, it looks interesting. It looks fun. And it's just kind of going to be this big tension building as the match gets later and later because you're thinking, oh crap, like this monster's getting bigger and bigger and we haven't found it yet or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it could create some really fun moments and some really tense situations.
The other big one from those 3 I originally listed, Tomb Raider. Obviously, just a CGI trailer, if I remember correctly.
I'm surprised that's been announced because Square Enix released some good games last generation with like Sleeping Dogs and Hitman as well. And we haven't seen either of those, but we've already seen a Tomb Raider sequel. So they've obviously got faith in this long-standing brand, but does that mean we're not going to see Hitman and Sleeping Dogs ever again?
It looks more like a character change for Lara Croft as well.
Well,
Especially definitely in the Xbox 360 PS3 version.
Yeah.
She was definitely more about, she only killed people because they were trying to make her make those ridiculously hideous screams.
It'd be interesting to see because obviously the first one of the reboot was all about her becoming Tomb Raider. So now we actually get to see.
What
This
was
is the first Tomb Raider game.
This was called Rise of the Tomb Raider as well,
Yeah.
wasn't it, or something like that? So,
Do you reckon we will actually get to raid in tombs this time?
yeah, it looked from the
That's
end
a
of
good
the
question.
trailer. From the end of the trailer, it looked like that's what you're doing. I mean, the option was there in the game before, but it was more of an Easter egg side
It was
quest.
more solve this one puzzle, then you get some treasure.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It was pointless to do.
Use this wind to make this pendulum blow and whack a
Yeah, but that's
stone
what
statue in the dick.
That's
or
what
something
Tomb
like
Raider
that.
did best though. Like it was like the things in that game weren't always easy to work out. You'd have to rack your brain a little bit.
Yeah, but that was the only time you could raid any tombs. That was the bad point.
Yeah,
the
no,
rest
I
of the
agree,
time you
I
were
agree.
just shooting people.
Yeah, but I mean, just
Because that bow, why
They-
be stealth? Just shoot them all.
you do need to spend more time in caves and fucking ancient burial grounds and shit. Like needs to be done.
So, Dead Rising DLC? Anyone interested in picking it up?
Dead Rising DLC.
Looks mint.
It looks mint. I love how they took the piss out of Street Fighter. I mean, I know it's their own game, but Super Mega Ultra,
Yeah, but
Ultra
that's great, right?
Alpha X, like you're just taking the piss out of every Street Fighter you've ever made, and that is great. It is funny. All of the character costumes were all from Street Fighter as well.
I think they
There was a
addressed a lot with
huge
it.
M.
M.
Bison.
Bison.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was in there.
I think they addressed a lot of problems that like people said at E3 last year about Dead Rising 3 that it looked too serious.
Yeah.
It looked like, and Dead Rising's always been colourful and funny, and I think this is something that's just chucked a load of that into the game.
I don't know if it was a free DLC. I know it was available that day.
It's available
yesterday.
yeah, I haven't had a look at that. I don't know if it is.
But yeah,
You're the only one that actually owns an
yeah.
Xbox One, though, aren't you? So
But the
you'll
thing
have to
is,
tell us.
the thing is now is there's no need to worry about that if it's expensive because it's now been confirmed for PC.
It has, yeah.
So now going from I'm the only one who can play it is now it's going to be 30 quid, 30 quid every DLC, season pass for a tenner, that on top 250. So you're looking at 45 quid at the most for a game that's 55 without DLC. I'm going to pick it up. Whether I pick it up on PC or Xbox, I'm not sure.
So, the 2 RPGs in the list, not Fallout 4, which is I'm going to mention continuously. Fable Legends and The Witcher 3.
Yeah, but
Witcher
is
looks more
Fable an
promising.
RPG? Is this an RPG? Because is this just a multiplayer game?
We don't know.
No, we're not sure.
We're not sure.
But originally it was touted as an MMO space sort of
Yeah.
idea. Like that town you saw in the trailer, like the gameplay they showed off, was supposed to be that you built it up over time and you and your
So like your
friends
Yeah.
lived there and did all the things you do in the other Fable games.
It seems like it's
But you
like
can do it with your mates.
really basic MOBA kind of thing. That's what I
Yeah.
kind of get the vibe of.
But the problem is,
Or like
it's like
tower
most
defense.
MOBAs work like you're against other people. No one's like one true overlord.
Yeah, this is
Whereas
more
this
tower
has got,
defense,
like a villain. It's like Arma 3 Zeus mode. where you could control
So,
different points.
Again, it's more of a 5-player game than a 4-player game.
But is that what Fable is? Like, obviously,
No.
there's innovate, but like,
yeah.
there hasn't been a core
Well,
Fable game in quite a
I
while.
personally wouldn't pick it up. It wouldn't make me pick
No.
up an Xbox One.
Is- the
But
thing
I
is-
like old Fable.
Yeah, the
like
thing
the first
is,
Fable's still the best.
is it that we're cynical? We've got older. We grew up with these 3 fantastic Fable games, and now over the last
Let's be honest though, still kicking a chicken in the Napper is still fucking
without a
hilarious.
doubt. But is it that the last 2 Fable games aren't what we wanted, so we haven't enjoyed them?
Could be
This
possibly.
being that
Could
second
possibly
one.
be that, yeah.
I won't get it because it isn't Fable to me. So that's me being like, nah, it's not Fable.
I mean, The Witcher 3 looks good.
Witcher 3 looks lovely.
The problem I have with the Witcher games in general though is they're very difficult. You can't sort of sit back and just play as such.
I feel like you could get lost in that world, in that game, like looking at it.
Yeah, which is great, and that's
Yeah.
what makes me go. It's a console game for the fact of you
And
can
it's-
go and do stuff.
It's very colourful and gritty at the same time.
But then when it comes to PC, it's more like you want to sit there, you want to be involved.
Well, you kind of have to be.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. For console purposes, it looks mint to go and roam around doing little side quests, but doing the main quest that we've seen,
Yeah.
I don't think you could relax and play that game as much as you want to. It's quite hard to go. Okay, this is an easy game. It's not.
It's just nice to see like you fighting something on top of a mountain with everything in the background.
Yeah.
Like a really cool setting that you don't have a lot of fights in usually.
Yeah,
to be
Amazon
honest.
have already put up the special editions for that, and it comes with a collectible statue, and you're on top of that fucking whatever bird it was.
Griffin.
The griffin.
Yeah, you're on top of Griffin's head, and you're about to cut it off. So the end of that trailer that you've seen is the
That's quite
collectible
interesting.
content.
Yeah, that's cool.
2 games left. Call of Duty Fish Warfare.
Call of Duty is shaping
Actually
up.
called Advanced Warfare. just in case people start looking for like fishes with AKs or
Where
something.
the fuck can I get
Call
this
it-
special edition?
Call of Duty is shaping up to be quite good. Like I think the story looks interesting. It's piqued my interest, and I've been kind of dead on COD for a few years. I want to see some multiplayer now. I think like they'll release that in their own time when they're ready. But like
I think we will see some. They have definitely
Yeah.
said there is something this week. There is a multiplayer gameplay, something or other coming.
Call of Duty
this
does
week.
not go to an event without letting
Yeah.
the game be playable.
yeah,
So as much as we've only seen single player, we saw the grenades where they sort of flicked the LED screen across.
Yeah, that was good. I thought that was good for a grenade because then it isn't like, oh, what grenades have I got on me? It's like, well, you've got 4 grenades or whatever. You choose. I'm guessing you choose to use them. You could use them as 4 flashbangs, 4 frags, 4 Semtex. And I think that's a good idea because instead of going, oh god, I've hit the wrong bumper, I've chucked the wrong grenade, and especially when that comes to multiplayer as well, you're always going to know what grenade you're going to be on, and that's good.
The
There's a few-
refillable ammo as well.
Yeah, that was
was
good.
in there. The refillable gun.
ammo has not really ever been a problem though in COD. To be honest.
I don't know.
Depends how good you are, mate. You are pretty terrible at it, so it might have been quite a problem for you.
Yeah.
I
maybe.
suppose on the harder settings is a good thing though,
Yeah.
but then that brings the cover into play again.
I feel like if because this is kind of the same kind of place as Titanfall, there's a lot of similar things. I don't know if that's just naturally
Colours as
happened
well.
or
I've
if they.
noticed that.
No,
a
what
lot
the
of colours.
airship had like the orange and silver.
But yeah, with like
going on.
the drop ships coming down and stuff like that, it felt a little bit Titanfall. The grenade things that let you see where people are, like that's stuff we've seen in
The
Titanfall.
thing is, as we remember when we played Titanfall, though, it felt like Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But there wasn't all the things that make Call of Duty good, like the customization, all the
Yeah.
different game modes you have and stuff like that. If Call of Duty is now doing what Titanfall was doing,
It's a good thing, really.
It's amazing. Like that's what we wanted.
Especially
I wanted more guns and customization and
on the-
weed
Yeah.
fucking leaves to fall out my eyes and whatever. Like
Did
that
you,
normally
did you say
happens.
Fallout?
Yeah, shut up. That wound is not going to heal anytime soon.
Another good thing with the COD that we've seen is the laser shields. I noticed
Yeah.
as well. If that's on multiplayer, dropping down the shield and then taking a good shot compared to like you've got to only have a pistol.
It'd be good for stuff like domination and stuff because you could actually defend objectives by throwing them in. Like the microwave emitter that was in Black Ops 2 was quite seems similar to that. So lastly, 2 more games: Forza Horizon 2 and Crackdown, which Microsoft ended the show on.
Yeah.
Strangely enough.
Crackdown seems like a strange one to end the show on, but like
It's another Xbox exclusive. I understand why they did it.
They
It's
were
like-
good games as well.
that's the
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
They're good, solid games. Like
it's
People
like-
will play it. Like
It's bringing back a game that has been I'd almost say dead for a few years. You haven't heard of it since the second one.
Well, 2 kind of didn't make that much of an impact, did it? So that's probably why.
But then you've got the bloke who worked on the first one, the creator, back on it.
Yeah.
He didn't work on the second one.
Yeah,
so
he ran his studio into the ground with APB.
it's another Bioshock thing, though, isn't it? You got the first one, and then the second one was good, but it wasn't as good as the first, and then you got the third one, which was like the first in ways. So I'm happy to play it.
The thing about that game is like.
No,
played
Assassin's Creed.
the thing about Crackdown, like, it's got to be fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
It looks fun, but
at the end of the day, we can't actually say that much on it because it was just a trailer of blowing buildings up. So maybe there's going to be destructible buildings in this one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And maybe by the looks of it, either you've got 4 characters to choose, or it's going to be 4-player co-op main game. Because I can imagine co-op would do a main game co-op.
And lastly, Forza.
Forza, I think, like, looks good. Racing games always look good on new hardware.
I think at the end of the day, it's Forza, isn't it?
Yeah.
You knew it was going to look good. You knew there was going to be a load of cars.
If you played the first Horizons, it's probably going to play a lot the same. Just a new playground to play around in.
Horizon's the open world version.
It's just going to be a lot more to play around with.
More places to go. It looks like you could, from the trailer, it looked like you could set up little drifts with people you were driving with, and then each one of you does the highest score on a corner, which is, that's a good thing. Because then what you do actually matters in a game. But there's only one thing I can compare it to right now. The crew.
Yeah. Which you'll find out more about in one of our later Natters.
Yep.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more. We've got more E3 stuff coming. Matt might be attacked by a kestrel. Who knows?
Who knows?
He doesn't like Bo Selector.
I don't.
Idiot.
Or Will Farrell.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for more info. Get involved in the discussion. Bye now.
Bye.
Laters.